Hey guys, this is Matt from the Feathered Hook, and today we're going to tie a size 16 Polywing Blue Wing Olive. I am using 12/0 olive thread, and we're going to start by leaving ourselves a generous tag. So start right behind the eye, wrap this tag back to the bend of the hook. We're going to pick up our mayfly tails using dark dun. Try to select about 4 fibers. It's okay if you have a couple more. You want those fibers to be just a little bit longer than the shank of the hook. You're going to lay those fibers on your side of the hook. Take a loose wrap to get some tension on those tails. Second wrap with more tension. Third wrap increasing tension, and try and get those tags to the top side of the hook. Trim those tags. And we'll wrap our thread back. Now we're going to use the tag that we left ourselves to try and split those tails and see if we can't get 2 on either side. Just like that. Keeping tension on that tag, we're going to wrap our thread over. It's really, really important here to keep that tension on your thread to keep those tails split out. You can double it back if you'd like. Trim that tag. And then we're going to pick up our wing material. Here we're using Parapost in medium dun. And take our wing, and we're going to tie it on about 2/3 of the way forward here. Loose wrap, a little more pressure, a lot more pressure. Make a few more just to lash that onto the hook. We'll trim our tag off really tight. You can go ahead and cover those ends if you'd like. Try and create a little taper to the body. And then we'll come forward, check where our wing is. I want it a little more forward, so we'll make a few more wraps, progressing it. Then we're going to stand it up here in the back, or in the front. Create a nice base of thread, pulling back, stand it up, and then we're going to make 3 parachute wraps. Then we'll come to the back and we'll grab our Blue Wing Olive dubbing. Don't need a heck of a lot here. We want to put it on quite thin. And we're going to wrap this up just shy of our Polywing. Parawing, sorry. Perfect. And then we are going to pick up our hackle. See, that is probably just a little bit long. That's okay. Pull back some fibers so you've got a tag. We'll tie that forward onto the hook. You want to make sure you've got this attached nice and tight so you don't pull it out when you're wrapping. We're going to make 2 wraps there behind the parachute wing on the feather, your hackle feather. And we're going to grab some additional dubbing. Go ahead and put it on your thread. We're going to wrap that up just shy of the eye of the hook. Like so. Now we're going to take our hackle feather and we're going to wrap it around the hook, away from ourselves. I want 2 wraps behind my wing, 2 wraps in front of my wing. Pull it back here. 1, 2, and we're going to make half a wrap and tie it off. So here I'm going to lift up on my tag end of the hackle, and we'll make a wrap around. 2 more wraps. 1, 2, And then we're gonna stand that hackle up, we're gonna pull it back, we're gonna clean our eye out with a couple wraps in front of that piece of hackle between the eye. Go ahead and cut your hackle off. Check around your eye to make sure there's no fibers blocking the way. You can go ahead and whip finish. Got a couple feathers in that whip finish. We'll just trim them out of the way. Try to be a little more careful here. There we are. Pick up our scissors, trim that thread, trim those couple rogue pieces of hackle, and then we can trim our wing. I want to trim that wing right about the length of the hackle, but we don't want to do so in the hackle. So we're going to go ahead and gauge where we want it, pull it forward, give it a snip. Stand it up. You can even take your brush that's matted together, give it a couple strokes and try and puff it out. And there you have a Polywing Blue Wing Olive. Gives you great silhouette, very floatable. Oh, and if your hackles are oversized, as mine are here, you can see, I'm going to go ahead with my scissors and trim off the bottom side of the hackle so that it sits a little bit cleaner on the water, like so. Thanks for watching.